Good morning and welcome to Fitness Friday. I'm here today with Sarah Morrison from the Bay Athletic Club. Sarah, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for coming up.
Of course. So I know at the gym you probably see people coming in and out, working on their exercise routines, but there is that other half of nutrition. So tell us a little bit about what role that plays.
Huge. So you gotta look at it this way. Fitness is great, but you're not gonna really get the benefits that you're probably hoping for if you're not combining good nutrition with it. They go hand in hand, and when you combine the two, it's really powerful in physical results, but internal results as well. Your energy, your digestion, your mental clarity, your attitude, and what you put in your body matters. So it's a good thing to start to look at. And the other interesting thing is I find when so many people, they might just start by working out, which is great. They get addicted to the group fitness classes, that time for themselves. It tends to up the willpower for them when it comes to nutrition.
Okay.
And vice versa. Maybe you're at home and you're not ready to work out, but you can start like cutting back on soda, eating cleaner foods.
Right.
You might find yourself like, hey, I want to go for a walk today. It can up that willpower.
So I find that a lot of people, my age especially, have this thing with soda. Like we drink a ton of soda and people say that our generation is addicted to sugar. So what role does sugar play in how we feel?
Man, I could go on for your whole new show about this.
About sugar.
Yes, and you know, it's added sugar. What we need to realize is sugar naturally occurs in so many foods.
Like fruit?
Yes.
And that's okay?
Yes. Even like lactose in milk, like don't freak out about that kind of stuff. It's the added sugar and the artificial sugar. So even in diet soda, your body is still being tricked to think it's having sugar, so it reacts how it would if you're drinking a regular Coke. But it's that added sugar that is really hurting our bodies, and you shouldn't have more than 24 grams of sugar a day for females, 36 grams a day for males. And think about that. If you look at a can of soda, I don't have one in front of me right now, but I think it's around 60 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
And that is, think of it like putting sludge in your car.
Yeah, that's like twice the daily limit already in one can of soda.
Think of it as putting sludge in your body. Like, how would you feel if you drank a whole bunch of sludge? Like, you would just feel sluggish and gross. Like, that's really what sugar does to you. It takes away so much of your energy.
I got you. And another thing that I was sort of wondering about is carbohydrates. I've gotten kind of mixed reviews on that because carbs are supposed to give you energy, but also at the same time, they also kind of like, I'll have a plate of noodles and I'll just feel zapped. Like, I'll feel like I want to take a nap. So what's that?
You know, in my own personal advice, and I'm not a dietitian, I'm just someone who's been doing a lot of nutrition coaching, based on basic principles of just eating clean. We need carbs, we need proteins, we need fats. It's more looking at what type of carbs you're getting. You know, if you have a whole bunch of white pasta and a whole bunch of bread and like the garlic bread with it, like that's gonna be hard for your body to digest. But if you're eating carbohydrates that are coming from, you know, vegetables have carbs and sweet potatoes and more natural sources, I wouldn't worry about it as much. So think like, can the majority of my diet be things that have already existed naturally on this planet? Like vegetables, fruits, grains, like brown rice, things like that. So I guess I don't get into worrying too much about it. If you're eating clean, then you should get what you need.
Another thing that I was thinking about as you were saying that is just, can you feel full off of eating fruits, vegetables, and whole grains?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's more of like the timing, you know. I think that we have gotten into these habits of here's lunch, here's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you know, like these huge amounts and eat quick and go up for seconds, and you have to let your body kind of catch up. So maybe you just have like a sweet potato and some fruit and a small piece of fish or chicken, you know, eat that and then let it sit. Like wait 10 minutes.
See how you feel.
Yeah, one of the best tips I ever had, and it was more of like a, hey, it's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, like don't overeat, was wait 20 minutes before getting seconds. You know, wait 20 minutes before you decide if you're still hungry, because then your body's probably like, oh no, I'm totally satisfied. We don't let ourselves have that reaction of being satisfied. We just assume it's more our eyes and our habits telling us this isn't enough food.
That's so true. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks so much for joining us for another Fitness Friday.